here we are, rushing off to the hospital because was lifting up a tin sheet with Cliff, and that's what happened there.
Talking about how stupid people were when they slipped with tin.
Yeah.
You're wearing PPE though. You had gloves on.
I had gloves on, but I didn't have shin pads on. So anyway, I think it's looks quite deep, so I might get some stitches for it. Anyway.
Oh, you're gonna be so uncomfortable. Huh? I'm not happy. I'm more upset than you are.
I know. Hasn't kicked in yet. The injury looked quite spectacular, but the nurse cleaned it up really well. 3 stitches and a course of antibiotics and I was good to go. We made our departure from the marina on time. Destination undecided. How many times have we changed the plan today?
Like dozen. We're going to go to Scawfell, and then the wind was a bit shit for that, so we decided to go to Dingley. And then I didn't do my maths right, so that was a bit sucky, and it's a long way away. And so then we decided to go to Brampton, and then I worked out that actually the angle we could actually get to Scawfell, so now we're going back to
Yeah.
But I don't actually trust that. I think we might end up somewhere else.
The winds were mostly coming from the east, which made sailing to Scawfell Island a bit tight, and we ended up doing 48 nautical miles and an exhausting 10-hour day.
Just reading my book. Keeping a lookout.
That water there looks a bit interesting. I don't know what's going to happen there, but yeah, it's going to be a bit choppy all of a sudden.
But very shallow. It's about 10 meters.
10.
We're in 30 plus, and now we're in 20 to 15.
Oh, I thought you said it is 10 meters. It's not. It's like 20.
Drop 5 now.
What's the speed? It's still 5 knots.
Slow down, but it's not that. Yeah, do not do that. 1 set of stitches a week is enough. Alright. Are you going to let it go?
For some reason, even though Alison has never really been a fishy person in her life, filleting fish seems to be one of her specialities. She's much better than me at removing the sides of a fish, so the deal is now I catch the fish and she fillets them. I could probably take a little bit of credit for ensuring she has an incredibly sharp knife to make the magic happen. It would be good to spend a few days out here, but we have to move on tomorrow, unfortunately. But it looks pretty nice. Maybe we'll stop here next time. But the winds are good for tomorrow to get to Percy's, which is 60 miles or so south. So we set alarms for 2:30 tomorrow morning. Hoping to be out of here by 3 AM. Otherwise we're not gonna. Ow. We're not going to get in during daylight hours, and that's not a good situation. Nurse Allison fixing up my bandage. I'm getting a bit of pain on my wound today. Feel the blood on my pants as well. Caught too many fish. Is that gonna stick?
I don't know. I don't think it is.
About 20 to 5. We've been going for about an hour, just more than an hour, and the sun's definitely lighting up the horizon. You can see where we're going here.
Widowed father of 4 named Don Tidy. Don was driving his teenage daughter to school in the Dublin suburb of Rathfarnham.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, it's gone a fair bit though. 60 miles. Our mate Gary and his wife Ray were busy making their way back to the Gold Coast, and we happened to be at the same anchorage at the same time. They had organised with the current leaseholders of Percy Island, Robin and Annie, to drop off some petrol and diesel. We're at Percy Island, middle Percy Island.
Yeah, we are.
We're about to go up to the much anticipated shack.
Do you know what it looks like?
Kind of. I think my rules left one as well somewhere. God damn, there's some stuff in here. And there's an upstairs too. Jesus. Many cruisers from all over the world have left behind paraphernalia of all shapes and sizes. Some are very ingenious and others are simply a name carved in a bit of wood. We found our friends Matt and Amy's trophy. They are sailing around the world in an identical boat to ours. We soon became acquainted with Robin, who took us on a bit of a tour around the island and to the lagoon to get a few jerry cans. No seatbelts in the back here. How are you going on a scale of 0 to uncomfortable?
Well, I was going to say 7 before.
How close short of that here?
Yeah. Take the hat off.
Should have gone in the front.
Ah. There's the lagoon.
He quite proudly showed us the beautiful boat he built many years ago, SV². We have woken up at West Beach in Middle Percy Island. Last night was a bloody shit night. Don't think there's any other way to describe that one. It's about 7:30 in the morning. It's calmed down a little bit now, but we're moving on. We're going to White's Bay, which is on the north side of the island, and it's apparently a lot smoother. Simply because we don't have the northerly winds and swell coming in straight at us, which is what we had last night. I almost had to pull out the fenders last night because I was rolling around in the bunk so much, but there's no way you can sleep like that when you're being tossed about. But yeah, if you can go get a little bit of sleep there or something, just relax a bit. Last night wasn't fun. Gary and Ray made the smart choice of moving to Whites Bay the previous evening, and by all accounts had a much better night than we did. They were just leaving as we were arriving. We had a bit of a chat on the VHF and said see you later.
Gary, where are you up to today? Island Head or Port Clinton? I'm going to get a class of probably end up with you first.
You alive?
Only just checking what footage we managed to take today on the other camera. But I'm gonna go to sleep soon for another hour. So, too little sleep for 24 hours.
48 hours.
48 hours.
So one of the changes we've made since leaving Mackay is we now no longer have a yellow windsock. It's now green. The old one was just getting a little bit old after about 2 years of use. Probably like a year full-time use, and yeah, got a little bit mouldy as well. Not so good. The other thing I was going to show you is just how much the tides dropped down. When I first got here, there was hardly any beach there at all. It's a 6-metre tide today.
With a bit of rest, we were back to the land of the living, and we were soon ashore exploring Whites Bay and its beautiful beach. It gets its name from the White family who lived on the island for many years.
Beautiful white sand.
Oh, we're anchored up really close off the beach actually.
It's probably not going to look that close, but yeah. But all of this was underwater when we came in. What's happening with the sand, Liam?
Very squeaky.
There is a goat up there, which you probably won't be able to see on the camera.
We're gonna have to walk on that sand dune or
I think it'd be alright.
Friends of the Percys walk the beaches, collecting washed up rubbish and placing it in a single pile, hoping people will take bits away. We just don't have any space on the boat for any more junk.
found a goat. He's just standing there checking me out. I don't know if he's gonna make a gap for it, but I'll try and get up to him and get a closer shot, hey? He's got a big goatee on him. He might be on the move. Found some sea slugs. They do move very slowly. I don't know what they're doing. Sucking shit off the rock. There's a bit more movement going on now. This thing's in the front there, literally shooting nuggets out one side. Probably eating the sand in front. I suppose how fascinated can you get by a freaking sea slug thing?
In episode 18, I said we would take a look at our time at Great Keppel Island. Well, we ran out of time in this segment, so join us again next time as we get to Great Keppel Island via Island Head Creek